I'm Emily Maloney. Welcome to 5 Minutes. Tonight we will be bringing to light one of the biggest issues in college education today, self-motivated and effective studying. We have followed 2 students over the course of the semester and evaluated their study habits in their cognitive psychology class at the University of Georgia. But today we get to hear their side of the story. First, we speak to Matthew DeLeo, a delinquent senior in Dr. Dickman's class. So Matthew, describe yourself as a student.
I tend to get by in my classes. I'm not the most enthusiastic student, so I usually fall into the habit of procrastination.
I hear you have an upcoming final. What's your plan to prepare?
I'll probably read over the book a few times a day or two before the test since I don't have any notes from class. Then as a final preparation, I'll probably stay up most of the night before the exam and repeatedly copy definitions from the book.
So how was the test? How did your plan go?
Well, I didn't do so well. Either my study strategies didn't pan out for me, or Lady Luck has left my side.
Now let's speak with an honor student in Dr. Dickman's class. Jessica, how would you describe yourself as a student?
I'm pretty well organized and a big planner. I usually stay on top of due dates. I plan to study a little bit over time, taking breaks and resting up, and trying to make the material a little bit more relevant to me and everything else that I'm studying here.
So how will you prepare for your upcoming final?
I'll definitely distribute my studying. First, I'll do all the readings, review my notes from class, and then generate my own notes from all of that. I usually resort to making mnemonics for information that's a little bit harder to recall. I'll make flashcards to repeat the information a lot, and then try to make my own questions up to quiz myself. Once I've covered all these things and feel semi-confident in the information, I will get together with a group and study in order to better relate the material to myself and then ask questions with my peers.
So how did you do?
I did pretty well. I could recall most of the information pretty easily since I didn't really overload myself studying and got plenty of rest. Some questions were a little bit tricky, but I was mostly able to eliminate the rest of the answer choices due to how I prepared.
Would you change anything for your next exam?
Probably not. I think that the balance that I found was good, but if anything, I could add in going to my teaching assistant's office hours and ask her a couple questions.
As you can tell from Matt and Jessica's interviews, college students today have varying ideas of what good studying is. Surveys conducted at college campuses around the nation have found that somewhere between 25 and 50% of students use cramming as their main study technique. Many, like Matt, believe that cramming is a good technique that will allow their brains to retain more information. Recent developments in cognitive psychology research discredit this type of thinking. The main issue with cramming is that it involves a trade-off with sleep, one of the most important elements of proper brain function. In particular, sleep is the period of time in which consolidation occurs. Consolidation is the time in which memory is permanently established in neural architecture. A better technique, which Jessica practiced before her exam, is distributed practice, studying multiple nights a week or 2 before the exam will occur. This gives your brain the time to consolidate the information fully in long-term memory and give yourself practice in retrieving the information. Other key elements that cognitive psychology has discovered to be essential in learning and memory retention include level of engagement with the material. Highlighting or rewriting notes only provides a low level of engagement, not likely to result in remembering the information for more than a day, because it does not require more than surface level thinking. To give yourself more interaction with the information, it is important to make connections between the main ideas of your material. Examples of this are reorganizing your notes to reflect cause and effect associations, or drawing mind maps that delineate relationships between ideas. You can maybe even relate concepts to yourself or your friends. Studies have found that this, known as the self-referential effect, can provide a huge boost in learning. Even better, use sites like Quizlet to make up questions and test yourself, both key elements in retaining information in your brain. All of these studying techniques force your brain to be an active participant in the studying process, which leads to better results. Next time you have an exam coming up, think about Jessica and Matt, and even more importantly, think about what your brain needs and the ways in which you can prepare to give yourself the best chance for success.